Okay, screen. Okay, screen. Please let me know that you have the screen, right? The blank screen is there. You can see.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
So the today's topic, the module we are starting is Agile. Agile. In fundamentals, you have gone through Agile. What is Agile? Agile is a project execution approach, right? That is predictive, iterative, incremental, and agile, right? And there's a hybrid approach. So Agile, why Agile? Let me give you a background because in the exam, because of IT industry, because of demand as well. So Agile was added in 2017 as a separate additional module. Otherwise, we've got only 10 knowledge area. Remember those knowledge area? 10 knowledge area. So 10 knowledge areas were qualities, scope, risk, schedule, and everything. But Agile came into picture in 2017, and the exam content line outline of 2021 it was there. Since then, Agile is, you can say prevailing. A lot of questions out of 180 questions, more than 60 questions you will find from Agile.
Wow.
Agile environment, Agile itself, Agile methodology, what is Agile, Agile, a lot of questions. The reason here is because you must try to understand that PMI is also doing business, right? Project Management Institute is doing business. They are making money. So they are charging 300, I think $45 for exam fee. So if one guy appear in exam, so they get $345 plus $100 in form of their registration in the PMI chapter, PMI registration, plus $10 if you subscribe for their local chapter. So there is a business plus the benefit is there. Of course, there is benefit that you learn project management, you become project management expert, but there is a business and the revenue approach behind. So the Agile methodology is mainly, being utilized by the software development industry, software, and predictive for the construction and others. Okay, so why software? A lot of software project managers are existing, and every day there is a new law coming on. So if PMP, you just look PMP without Agile, then what remains? What interest for the software guys remain, right? They won't be preferring to go become PMP certified project manager. They would be, I think they will be drained out to other certifications, right? So I feel this is all my understanding. Okay, I feel that the PMP, they made their business strategy that well, we have to grab the business. So in our code, which is PMBOK, Project Management Body of Knowledge, they added very on time the Agile module itself. There was a book guide, complete guide of 200 plus pages just on Agile. So in this chapter, in this module, we are going to go through Agile, completely trying to understand how Agile methodology they use for the project execution in software development. So, but this will help you to understand the methodology, and plus the requirement is there. Exam content line outline is based on that also. So out of 180 questions, 60 questions are plus more questions are from Agile. In different contexts, they are asking questions. Like first, maybe 10, 20 questions about Agile itself. What's Agile roles, how the methodologies and everything. Then scenario-based questions. You are the project manager in Agile environment, in Agile project. Then this is the situation, what you will do. So they want you to test against Agile methodology as well. So everybody has to learn whether you work in project construction, design, and predictive life cycle. If you want to become PMP, it is must case. So majority of questions you will find from there. So even the latest candidate, which appeared last week, I told you when we started the course, he said, sir, there was a lot of questions from Agile, a lot of questions. So I understand that more than 60 and maybe more than that, or at least more than 50 questions in different contexts. So Agile is, so what is Agile? Anybody can define Agile as we learned in the fundamentals. Anyone? Remember?
Multiple changes and multiple deliveries.
Changes multiple times and frequency of delivery is also multiple, right? So multiple times we deliver. If we have a huge project, let's say a huge project you have, and that project you break down in small parts, okay? And the one part is one, you can say, iteration. They call the term use iteration. Iteration means one part, small part of the project. Otherwise, you have a big or high-rise building, and you have to deliver this whole building at once. Being a construction, being a part of predictive life cycle, you guys have observed your project will not be accepted by the customer until maybe sometime it is 99%, and 1% will take more than 1 year to complete. Taha, you have experienced this. Vinish, you have experienced this, right? Even Amir Hamza would have experienced, because of this 1%, you guys will keep working and working for many months, because they don't accept it until you don't complete remaining punches or remaining work or what. So it's a predictive life cycle. But in Agile, we break down the big scope in small chunks, very big scope in small chunks. And those chunks we call iterations. Iteration, Iteration, iteration. And that way, once we deliver one chunk, so we say, okay, it is equal to 100% of, let's say you have 100% of one. Okay. So this is 100% you delivered one. Once it is delivered, accepted by the customer, we call it in the Agile definition of done. Definition of done. Definition of done means in your language, you was using a language acceptance criteria, right? Like when you do the quality checks, that time quality control inspector or the customer, sometimes they accept the products deliverable, sometimes they reject the deliverable. Sometimes they accept with exception items. And they say, okay, there is an issue, there is some punch items, so you fix it, then we'll accept it. So acceptance criteria is called definition of done in Agile. Definition of done means acceptance criteria. So if it meets acceptance criteria, definitely done, so it is 100% delivered. You're not going to change anything now for that, and that is accepted. And you will get the benefit of delivering that push. Benefit for the contractor is what? He will get the money paid, he will get the revenue from that. So whatever the commitment or the agreement is, they will get. So nothing will be held back because of 99% is remaining. No, but at least that 1% is 100% accepted. So Agile, we break down the big scope in small chunks, and one chunk is called iteration. Just remember this. And remember, we are going through Agile as per exam content outline. Okay, exam content outline, ECO, they call it ECO in the ECO of 2021. If there will be new changes that will be coming maybe in 2025 onward, and then the ECO will be updated, and we will see that what are the changes there. They want students to learn that. But for time being, whatever I'm delivering now, that is must for you to understand, must for you to learn, so you would be ready for the exam. So exam content of. So Agile is clear. Now you're all working in construction and predictive life cycles. Even Shamoon is working in I think because the healthcare is developing apps for the health, and also I think the development team will be following the agile methodologies, right? Because they are software developers, they will be using that. But whatever it is, if you like Vinish is working in a predictive environment, it means he has grown up in this environment, right? 12 years back, he started his journey. Amir Hamza started 7 years back his journey, and they kept working in predictive environment. Now, the predictive environment is different than agile environment. In predictive environment, that's a different, you can say the mindset. It's a difference of mindset. Doesn't mean that there are different people, they are superhuman, or they are extra knowledgeable people, or they are superior, they are genius. No, they are simple engineers like you guys, but they are working in an environment which has changed or tuned their mindset. So the mindset which has been developed in Agile for Agile practitioner, that is based on 4 values and 12 principles. 4 values and 12 principles. If let's say I keep every day teaching you the same behavior, like you guide your kids, like if you are a teacher for the primary school, so every day you are teaching to your students that we should wash our hands, we should be quiet in the class, we should follow the instruction, we should listen to a teacher, we should switch off the light. So these are you're developing the values, right? So if you follow these 4 values and 12 principles in Agile, so the mindset will be totally shifted. That's why we say that the practitioner who is working in predictive life cycle, predictive, he cannot simply work in Agile. Why? Because his mindset is different and your mindset is different. And a very simple example is like you are working in Gulf, right? So when being Indian, Pakistani, when after spending a couple of years, when you fly back to your hometown, so you see the people behaving differently and you feel yourself different, right? Even if you are driving, you feel that, oh, they are not following the rules, they are not very good citizen, they are not following the instructions, they are not good drivers, they are not having licenses, because the mindset was different. The mindset which was developed in last 2 years while staying here in world-class organizations, so they were following, you was following a mindset, and that mindset totally changed you. And when you flew back to your hometown and you started to observe right and left differently. Otherwise, you born there, you spend a lot of time there, you studied there, and now you started to feel different because of mindset. Because in last 2 years and 1 year, or sometimes you found yourself that there is a different mindset, and where I'm working now is a different mindset. Similarly, when you work in a predictive environment, you have a different mindset. And we jump into the agile, you have a different mindset. Why the different mindset? That is based on, we develop based on 4 values and 12 principles. So what are these 4 values and 12 principles? Let's go in detail. Number 1, the first value. The first value is in agile environment. The practitioner in agile environment will in agile environment, the practitioner, whoever the practitioner in agile project, in agile environment, he will respect the other team member, other stakeholder, customer, end user, whoever who. He will respect individuals and interactions. Individuals and interactions will be preferred over process and tool. Over process and tools. Let me explain you how. You are a practitioner, you are a project manager in Agile, and your customer comes to you and says, Jamal, I want you are developing this application for me, and I want you to make some changes because applying these changes will help us to make a better product. So what you will do, you will respect the individual and you'll respect his recommendations. You will go through his recommendations and you will say, okay, fine. If it will produce a better product, then we will change. So individuals and interactions over processes and tools. Otherwise, you say, no, we have to follow the process. I cannot change it. Like in predictive life cycle. Taha and Amir Hamza, Vinish, even Shamon, you can understand this, what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
In predictive, you are very rigid. You don't care. You don't want to listen. You want, oh, we have a process in place. We have a tool. We will follow that. And we don't want to change it. We don't want to listen anybody. Right? This is the mindset. But in Agile, it's a different mindset. Clear, sir? This one value. So we always listen instead of processes and tool. We say, okay, well, if the individual he wants to add value in the product and that value will make the product more valuable, so we listen to him. So working software, the second value is working software. Working software, as I told you that, sorry, in Agile we work for the software development. If working software, a software is working for which you are doing this project. Let's say Agile team is working for this software, this application. In this application, you see there's a lot of features. There are multiple pens, there's a color, there's a sizing, and many options there. If I test this software, if I choose this color red, so it shows, oh, it's red. If I choose it blue, it shows working, okay? If I choose black, it goes to black. So it means software is working, right? Software
Yeah.
is working. If I'm working, my team is working for this software, and if I want to erase, it's erasing. Okay. So it's been working software will be preferred. That will be okay for the customer. Instead of I say, okay, we will do like in your predictive lifecycle, comprehensive documentation. Right? There's a comprehensive documentation. You make a lot of documents quality checks, inspections, procedure, processes, dossiers, submission, then acceptance, then this and that. But here in Agile, if once the software which we are developing that is workable, that is working, then we say, okay, well, documentation is okay, required, but software is working, then fine, it is okay. Instead of going in comprehensive documentation. Clear? Third value is that customers collaboration. Customer collaboration. Customer collaboration means that in predictive, you see, when in your predictive life cycle, in predictive environment, when the customer comes for any change or anything, you say, no, 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 no. We follow our process. We follow our contract. This is not in our scope. We cannot do this, right? This is what the attitude. But
Yes.
here in Agile, we say no. Customer collaboration over contract negotiation. We will take care of the customer, what customer wants. We'll take care of the customer, what customer wants. Okay. So over contract negotiation. Otherwise, we bring out the contract and start arguing with the customer saying, oh, you are asking me for this, and but the contract says this, no, that. So we have a different mindset here. Why we have different mindset? I'll let you know again. Let's first go to value number 4. Respond to change. Response to change. If customer comes for a change, you will go for a change. Customer, why want to go change? He will not go for just for fun, right? No customer wants to go for just for fun. He wants to go for a change. Why? Because he wants to produce a better product. So if he comes to you in agile environment, that Jamal, we want to change this application because if we do these kinds of changes, then it will become a wonderful application. The user interface will become much better. User experience will be much better. So what we say, okay, then following a plan. Otherwise, we say, no, 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 we have a big plan. We follow that. It was already decided. Now why you are changing? No, we cannot do this and that, right? So you see there's a big difference in mindset. If you ask Amir Hamza, even Taha, to do that, they will say, no, 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 this is not possible. Taha is a design engineer, architectural design engineer, working with the EPC company. If his customer comes for design change, he will say, I need a change order, right? Taha, give us your experience about, real experience about changes, how you deal with changes. It happens, how you feel that. Do you love to have multiple changes in predictive?
No, sir. Actually, to give you the scenario, what happens is actually civil is on the downstream of all the disciplines.
Mm-hmm.
So mainly the changes that are requested by the client or customer,
Mm-hmm.
it directly first comes to our PMT, project
Okay.
management team.
Okay.
Then project management team, if they accept those changes due to any reason, like based on the contract or
Mm-hmm.
maybe some understanding with the customer,
Mm-hmm.
they are the one to negotiate with the customer. If it
Fine.
is out of scope, or is there
Mm-hmm.
if there is anything that is additional being asked by the customer, then
Mm-hmm.
it is first agreed in principle
Mm-hmm.
that it will be a change order.
Right now, in your words, you said you use some words like in principle, as per contract, with some terms, with some condition, right? But here in Agile, we say no. No burden on the customer. No burden on the customer. We will not ask for any change order. We are customer oriented approach we're having because we want to develop a minimum viable product. minimum viable product, MVP. Just remember this, note it down. It's a very crucial term used in Agile, minimum viable product. Why minimum viable product? Because this product, we want to build an application, a software, website, whatever you call, a product which will give the better user experience. Better user experience. And the better user experience can only come by taking a lot of inputs from the stakeholders. Okay. Now, minimum viable product means that the product which we can develop in as early as possible. Like if you are, let me tell you a very simple example. Like you are having a project of a website development. On website, there are multiple pages, right? Multiple pages. But the first page is called landing page, landing page. So landing page is the main page wherein you see the your organization name, your detail about contact, and your theme, your color, your everything what you want to project. If the landing page is not finalized and you are working on hundreds of other pages, there is no use, right? Because the landing page is the main face of your project. So minimum viable product mean as early as possible, you want to know if something is wrong, so we change it. So we change it, so we don't without wasting time to make a better product. Like your customer says, no, my landing page is not good. I want to change the theme. I want to change the font. I want to change the outlook. I want to change the user interface. I want to change. So better we make minimum viable product in the first priority. Rather, like you're making a car, okay, you are building manufacturing a car, okay, and you are doing a lot of things on interior and other cosmetic things, but you never check the feasibility that how the body and the chassis and the engine will be fitted, assembled. But you are making wonderful interior, wonderful sound system, wonderful color, wonderful alloy rims. But when you reach at the assembly, you found that there's a mismatch and the chassis is not compatible, the engine, the body is not compatible, it's not working fine. So that's the main part. If that doesn't work, a lot of other things will be useless, right?
Yeah.
Cosmetic things will be useless. So minimum viable product is the part of the product which is the main part. So we want to fail early. Another term we use, fail early. Fail early. So fail early means if I fail today, I have a time to recover, right? If I fail, if let's say now today you appear in the fundamentals and you found yourself, you did your evaluation and you found that, okay, these are the gaps. That's why I said do gap analysis. If you do gap analysis, you will understand the weak point, your strength, weakness, right? If you know your weakness now and you take action now, rather than taking action at the end of this course and after 2 months, yeah, that will be that will not be a good approach, right? So better you take now, fail early will make you successful. So you will be having enough time to recover. So minimum viable product is that you fail early and you mark on the major part of the product, which is the core part of the product. If once that is ready, then the rest of other things is very cosmetic. So minimum viable product approach we use here. Okay. So following a plan, response to change, following a plan. So what Taha saying that based on condition, but in software development in agile methodology, we say, well, if customer says, I want to make this application like this, so ultimately we have to deliver the application. If application doesn't work the way customer wants, so what the use of making everything else? So that's the mindset. But in predictive, we have a different mindset. Clear, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now let's move on to 12 principle. If we break down and we decompose these four values, we will get these 12 principles. 12 principles. 12 principles and four values. If we keep repeating and understanding, then your mindset will be changed by the time, and you will start working as a agile practitioner. So first of all, the mindset I personally witnessed, and I was the part of predictive environment. The customer satisfaction was never been the priority. The priority was to secure your benefits, right? Everybody wants to secure their benefits. Even you are EPC, even you are a contractor, subcontractor, or whoever you are in predictive environment. But here in Agile, we say no, customers' ultimate satisfaction is the principle. Customers' satisfaction. You may say that, oh no, we also use the customer satisfaction approach in predictive, but that approach is conditional approach. Conditional approach. Like Taha said, may if PMT accept, then I do it. PMT don't, but here, no. Here we say, okay, what the change give us? Because ultimately, we're not going to change the whole product. We're going to change the scope to make a good product. If you are going to make a car, you're not going to change it to a truck or bus, right? You're going to make a good car. So application, a better application. Software, more workable software. So that's the mindset. So customer satisfaction, this is number one principle. Okay. Number two is welcome change. Welcome change. So welcoming change means that you never hesitate to listen to the voice of the customer. Normally in predictive, I have observed that when customer comes, people don't want to listen. They just want to say and they close their ears. Okay. They feel that this customer is trying to push them hard and he's their enemy and he's just making excuses to reject that product. But here we say no, welcome change requirements. Even by applying changes, we are delaying the delivery. That doesn't create problem, because ultimately the product will be customer oriented and customer will be happy with that. Third principle called that the delivery of working software, frequent delivery of working software. Frequent delivery. One thing, just remember, you are noting down, note it, no problem, but you don't need to memorize this. You don't need to memorize by heart. No need. No need to. Just to set your mindset on it. And if let's say, after the session or the questions, you can just simply differentiate that this is an agile mindset or predictive mindset. Welcome change is what? Agile mindset, right? You don't need to remember welcome change, welcome change, welcome change. No, you don't need to recall that. You just need to understand that what are the differences between a mindset of predictive and agile. So frequent delivery of working software. Frequent delivery. Why I said frequent delivery? Because you remember we learned that the big scope we break into the small chunks. We keep delivering minimum viable product. We work on the critical item first. We are focused on early failure. If I fail today, If Jamal, let's say, he started his career, he finds some failures, no problem. He can fix those because has a lot of time to become more successful. But if he is working on one direction and at the age of 50, he understand, oh, whatever I did, that was a wrong track. So there is very less time for him now to go back and take U-turn and adjust himself. Better learn now, better fail again and again now. So you find yourself that what is your passion, what is your strength area. So better you work in that area instead of failing at the age of 50 or 60. So better we fail now. So that's the approach here. Frequent delivery of software, like we are producing minimum viable products. So we want customer to realize that we are working progressively. We're not just working on one huge scope and it's taking a lot of time. And then we see after 6 months, oh, there is some progress. But in a per agile mindset, the agile environment, what we do, we work on small things and keep working small things quickly and with constant pace. So customer stay satisfied that, okay, there is work in progress. There is work in progress and we don't need to be worried. That's the strategy and they are working continuously on the product development. So this is another mindset, the principle that we keep delivering the working software with a frequent delivery. We would never say, oh, it will take 6 months to develop one part of the software. No, we break it down, the work in a way that the big scope in small pieces and the small pieces every week we are delivering, every week one part of the website you are developing. So customers stay connected, customers stay engaged, and they satisfy you. We are satisfying them because it gives them delivery. Fourth, is that Agile has a different team. Just remember, Agile team is not like a team of Predictive. In Predictive, you have a team of how many people? Sometimes I have seen personally a project, I've been the part of the project where the team was, let's say, 50,000 people on project side, from the project manager of the customer till the last man of the subcontractor. 50,000, 25,000, 10,000, different sizes, right? Even in Neom, there are multiple projects. On your project, Jamal, how many people are working?
Uh, Till now, in the main contractor, there is 200, but in subcon, approximately 6,000.
6,000. You see, 6,000, at least 7,000 people are working. So it's a big team, right? But here in
Yes,
India,
Sir, please don't mind me asking. If I can ask Jamal, which project is this?
yeah, you
this
are
is
there also, right? Neom and
uh,
Jamal there also.
this is the Neom connector project, basically.
Which one?
Neom connector project.
Okay, never
The
heard of
train,
it.
the main connector, NIC connector, if you heard about the from Octagon to the line.
You are in which company?
And we built
Okay. Okay. Sorry, sir.
No, it's okay.
Just
So
like the
no,
conflict of
no, it's
interest.
okay. It's okay.
no, no.
So we need to, be social with others. That's good.
Yes,
You
yes.
are at the same location, same geophysical location. That's good. You know each other, and
Yes,
that's
sir.
more interaction,
Rest
more
of the
learning.
conversation maybe we can do on separate time.
No problem.
No, yes,
Okay. Number 4
Okay.
is that the team here in Agile. We say here the team of Agile is a 7 plus minus 2 people, mean 5 or 9. This is the size of Agile team. And for them, would say that one pizza is enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One large size pizza is enough for their lunch because their stream is not more than 9 or sometime less, maybe 7, maybe 5, maybe 3, maybe 4. It's a small team, but there are, if the scope is very large, you have a huge scope, then you have multiple teams, okay? But they are working different groups, like different group. This is one team, there's another team, okay, there's another team, okay? But they are working for their scope, he's working for his scope, he's working for his scope. So I will explain you further, but here for time being, for you to understand that what is, which type of team it is, how it looks like, the structure of the team. They are 7 plus minus 2 people, maybe 5, maybe 9. Okay, and they are not specialist. Okay, they are not specialists. They are generalist people. Generalist. General specialist, we use term I-type people, I-type resources. Sorry, I-type mean you say that I don't know, I am a quality engineer. I can work as a quality engineer only. I don't know project engineering management. I cannot do work like a project leader. I can do only quality control. If you say I'm a quality assurance, I want to work. But here, the team is a generalist team. They can work in quality, they can work in development, they can work in testing, they can work in any role. So it's a team which is self-organizing, self-managing, I-type generalist team, not specialist team. Remember, these are questions. These are each point for them writing down. It can become a question for your exam. That team, the type of team. Let me tell you the way the question comes. You are the project manager in an agile project, and you have a team of 7 engineers and are developers. And one developer says, I cannot work as a quality check engineer or quality inspector or something. So what is wrong here? So question is, what is wrong here? So he will give 4 options. So wrong here is that you have chosen a wrong guy. He need to be a specialist. He need to be a journalist, not a specialist, right? So that is wrong. That's the wrong. We never choose a team here which is specialist. We choose a people, the group of people, those are generalists. They can do all type of work for the project. So self-organizing team, they don't have boss here. They are self-managing team. They decide themselves. They work together. They help each other. They never try to push each other. They never use elbow power to prove that, oh, Jamal knows better than Amir Hamza. Amir Hamza knows better than Vinish, and Vinish knows better than Taha. No. It's a team of generalists. If today Vinish says, oh, I'm very busy, I cannot do quality check, please, Taha, you take these quality checks and I will work for the development. Okay, Taha will never mind it. He will say, okay. Because in agile environment, we never count the progress or performance of individual. We count the performance of the team performance. Like in cricket match, we cannot, sometimes we say, oh, that one bowler did not play well, that's why we lost the match, right? Sometimes they, but the very, very mature analyst will never say that. They will say the whole team strategy was not good. So here, we in Agile, we say that we will measure team performance, not individual. And we cannot measure individual because the team is self-organizing. There is no boss in the team. They are journalist team. This is their unique quality, unique feature of agile team. Okay, so they are supporting each other. It's another principle. It's another principle number 4, which I was trying to explain to you with context of team structure. If you understand the which type of team it is, then it's easy for you to understand that how people can help each other, because their mission is that if one guy fail, it means whole team will be failed. It's not Vinish Kumar does very good quality checks and rest of other team is not doing good. So Vinish can say, oh, see, I was a good guy. I did good job. Vinish, you cannot check anything if the rest of the team did not develop anything for inspection, right? They did not produce anything for inspection. So what is the use of a quality engineer to work there when there is nothing to be inspected? So it is a teamwork, and the team is self-organizing team, and they help each other, they empower each other, they give support to each other, and they keep changing their position. With if somebody needs his position here, he comes here. He needs here, he comes here. He wants to work for testing. If testing need more people, he will shift his position here. So nobody is hesitating to do any job, because they are the team of journalists. They are not specialists. Then nobody calls that I cannot do this. Okay. So I-type people, when there is a question, what are the I-type feature of I-type resources? Mean they are specialist. Like we say, he's a specialist. He does only fiber optic testing, right? He's a specialist for high port testing, right, Benish? He's a specialist
Yes.
for that transformer. He's specialist only for MCC. He's specialist only for substation, right? But there is a lot of electrical work. Amir Hamza will start saying, no, sir, I know only solar power, being electrical engineer. Okay, solar is a specialty, right? Again, it is specialty. If we tag himself as a solar just to brand himself in the market, so he will become a specialist. But if he says, I'm an electrical engineer, I have a diversified experience. I worked in the oil and gas, I work in the petrochemical, I work in the infrastructure, and I work in solar power. I know that. So say he's a journalist. He'll become the project manager. He'll become general manager. But if he says, no, I'm just only this, then halas, you are specialist. So you keep working for special thing. Like all-rounder is more valuable than only bowler, right? Only batsman. So you can just imagine this team help each other because of the feature they have, because of the principle they follow. Okay, let me share it first, then we'll go further. So number 5, agile environment. Again, mindset. The principle is the business. Now, in the last session, what the feedback I got from you guys, that we were working since 10 years, 12 years, and we never knew the business, right? We never knew what the business people they were doing, how they plan, how they think. But here in Agile, the business people, developers, they work together. They work together. They are very close to each other. There is no big gap. Business people, developer, they work together because the team is very small, and there is no gap. So if there is something which customer is asking, so they can very simply clarify in face-to-face discussions. Because this is environment. No, the environment in predictive is different. That who work for the business, maybe that guy is no more in the company. Okay. And who took the project, he already left. Now you are suffering because customer says in the contract is this, and you guys are not following, and nobody's there to listen. This is what we have seen in the real projects, predictive labs. But in this line of business, in the environment of Agile, the business people work together. business people and the team, they work together, they are very close. There is very little gap in between. Okay. And number 6, here, because the environment, because of the mindset, because of the principle, here the people prefer to work face to face, face to face. How? How they work face to face? Because let me tell you, if it is a big co-work space, at least 30 square feet, they say 30 square feet. In the center, we have a workspace table, and you have, let's say, 6 developers having their machines and they are working. And you have the project manager here. You have, let's say, in your language, you call technical manager, but in Agile, we have different names. I will tell you that. But just imagine you have the project manager here, technical manager here, developers here, and this is a team of 2, 6, 8 people, right? They are in one building, they're in one room, they're in one space, and they are having everything here. Okay, they have their progress charts on the whiteboard here, and this is the environment. Okay, just imagine there how easy it is to communicate, how much easy and comfortable for them to. If let's say this guy is a developer, he's a young guy. Okay, if Mustafa is new, okay, no problem, he can talk to Taha immediately. Vinish can talk to Amir Hamza there. Shamun can talk to him. Very easy, and in very short time they communicate and they are working also. Environment is same, co-work space is same, and that will eliminate a lot of efforts. It will save a lot of time, energy, gaps. Otherwise, in our environment, we write an email. Okay, please, Amir Hamza, tell me what is this. Then after 2 hours, Amir Hamza reply, or maybe afternoon he will reply the email. Then email will come. Then I will misunderstand the email. Then I will reply him. Then he will reply back. Then a lot of waste of time, miss photo and back and forth communication happens. But that's why in Agile we prefer to work face to face to save time, energy, resources, miscommunications. Clarity is very simple. So the most efficient way, effective method of conveying information is face-to-face conversation. Now I'm communicating with you, right? I'm communicating with voice. You can at the same time you are receiving my voice. I'm the sender, and you are the receiver, right? You are receiver. I'm the sender. I'm sending message. You are receiving. Then you are. I can see your body language. That's why I said switch on your video. And then I can see your audio, video, and body language. 3 factors. And that's why this video conference is more interactive. But if I say no, there is no video, just I will record the session and you just watch, hear the session, that is not very interactive, right? So face to face is much and super solution. That if you guys imagine, if we are in a same place and I am teaching you project management face to face, that will be much pleasure, right? More beneficial than even this video conference. Then we can speak more free, more with more freedom. So in Agile, we say that this is the best way. We use one's workspace, co-workspace, and everybody is there, and so we interact people, sort out the issues. Number 7, as I told you from the beginning, the working software. If software we are developing and that software is working, so it means we achieve a milestone, we achieve a progress. If let's say, as I will explain you again, if this is the software I was developing for my customer and the software is working fine, I choose the colors are changing, I choose the pens are changing, I is making resizing the pen, pointer is working fine. So working software is a reference for the progress measurement. So I can say my progress is 90% because ultimately I had to develop this software and software is working. If the software is working, then halas, why? And that's the measurement. That's the indication for me that I have achieved a progress. Working software is the primary measure of progress. If customer asks Vinish Kumar that, okay, what is your progress? So Vinish Kumar says, sir, all the feature on the software is working fine. The pen is working fine, eraser is working fine. These all the do, undo actions, the letter, everything is working fine. So it means your progress, you can say, sir, my progress is as a 99%, I have done it. Okay. That's why we don't prefer the complicated documentation. The working software is our primary reference of progress. If it is working, the customer will say, let me give you another example. If you are the customer, I'm the customer, and you are developing for me an application which I upload on Google Play, on Apple iPhones applications and all, and I'm your customer. And I say, okay, Vinish, I need to upload there on portal. If it is working, just upload because I will start generating revenue, right? People will start downloading, the users, and we will get dollars. And if there is slight change, we can do that change offline. We can send the new updates. Don't you see the observation like in your cell phones? New updates comes, right? Software updates comes. Your the manufacturer says there are new updates. Please restart your cell phone. So why they say? Because there are some updates, some new patches are there. So they want to incorporate those patches so your software will work better. So working software is a primary reference for your progress. If software is working, good, let's do it. Don't wait for a lot of documentation like predictive, and okay, we will sign it, we will stamp it, we'll do this, we'll do that, and we waste another 2 weeks and then we'll upload. We will take the reference of working software because we have to go fast. We have to be following agility. We cannot do a kind of cannot follow the process which will just waste time and ultimately we are just doing cosmetic things. Huh? Next.
Excuse me, sir, I have a
Yes,
question.
yes, please.
So this working software, as you mentioned, it is actually, you have explained in terms of product,
Right, right.
but in our line of business,
Uh-huh.
we are not working with the software or applications.
Mm.
Our product will be checked finally, maybe, let's say we divide the project into different packages in terms of process.
Mm.
And individually, let's
Mm.
say we have a certain process and then we have related equipment, and then we go for the mechanical completion. You are aware of that, right? We go for partial
Right,
mechanical
right,
completion.
right.
So during the project life cycle, or we cannot assess the quality of the product or the finalization of the process,
Right,
the
right,
product, unless we have partial mechanical
right,
completion.
right. You're right.
We
Absolutely right.
cannot divide. Yeah, what I understand is this working software, uh, agile principle,
Mm.
is it applicable to all the businesses?
Answer is very simple, Taha. In the fundamentals, we said we do the customization, we opt for the methodology based on the line of business, wherever it is applicable. Wherever it is applicable. In
Okay,
construction,
so
and the task where we cannot apply agile methodology will not apply. Simple. We
okay,
cannot
so
fit agility, these principles on your hardcore constructions, right? Because that's the different line of business, and that's a plan driven. You have a clear design from the beginning, and you are following the same design to do the construction. So you cannot find agile. If you go follow the agile methodology, then in between you will be in trouble, right? You need to change the whole structure, whole calculations, new concrete. So that's why you go for a change order. That's why you go for a change order.
Actually, it cannot be completely apply in our
That
line of business.
cannot, of course cannot. I never said you can completely apply.
Even the principle that we discussed, number 6 principle, that is
You
work
cannot,
phase.
sorry, Taha, you cannot apply. I'm telling you totality in simple statement. You cannot apply it on your line of business. If it is not compatible, you cannot apply. Simple. Answer is
Alright.
simple. You can, I'm not saying that you apply it. I'm saying that this is what the mindset here is, and we mostly measure, we use it for the software development and for those activities where it is compatible. Okay. Like in your design phase, I said, remember, in design phase, you produce documents, and you send to the customer for review, and they apply comments, and it comes back. Then you apply their comments that you send back, and then they send back 2-3 revisions and do pass it. So multiple delivery, multiple changes. Because here it is possible. It is possible. You can do it. These are soft changes, right? But when you are constructing a high-rise building, and you suddenly, during the construction of 56th floor, you change the whole structure. You customer comes and say, no, change the whole structure. Is it possible? that's you are changing the product, right? You're changing the product. So when you change the product, it means you will change the configuration of the structure, right? So
Okay, so
that's
if
problem.
we conclude it,
Yeah.
so whatever principle that is
Yeah.
applicable to our project, that we will apply, that we
Yeah.
can take from Agile, and we
Right.
can apply. Whatever is not compatible, we will not apply. That's
Will
it.
not follow, and that's why every project becomes hybrid project. That's why
Highly
it become
predictable.
hybrid. That's why it become hybrid. That's why no single project you will find it 100% predictive and 100% agile. Okay, maybe
So,
slight activity, slight part of that, slight portion you are following agile, incremental, iterative, predictive. That's why it become hybrid. Clear, sir? Now, number 8. The agile mindset is that we want to maintain a pace of delivery. How we can maintain a pace of delivery? In your predictive life cycle in the environment, what happens? You are a boss, project manager, you have a team, okay? And what's happening? You are giving them assignment to follow, and there is a daily plan to follow, which you produce. Your manager, your supervisor, your engineers, whoever, you have already a plan, and from that plan you take out 1-day plan, and you instruct your team to follow that plan and work on this, so we deliver it, right? This is the way you work in predictive. Let's say in predictive there's a project of 12 months. So what happens? So every month, the total we have 12 months plan, 12 months schedule. 12 months schedule. From the beginning, we produce the schedule. So what happens? Every month we break down. From each month we go and see that, okay, what work we need to do. So based on the plan we follow, and we give assignment to the team. And what happens? The team sometimes they achieve that plan, and sometimes they fail to achieve the plan. Right? Sometimes we say, oh, today we will pour the concrete, but we fail because of maybe sometime crane is not available, equipment is not available, work permit is not available, maybe due to any reason you fail, right? You fail multiple times. But in Agile, as I mentioned, the team is a self-organizing team, self-managing team. They don't have a boss. They decide their daily plan as per their capacity. They think that like Jamal Mustafa, before yesterday, he planned that he will travel from, he's self-organizing. There was no boss for him to tell him that go to Medina and come back and join the session. If it was a case where his boss would have given him the instruction, so maybe he feel uncomfortable. But now he was the boss of himself. He decided, he planned, he organized, he arranged the transport, he managed, and finally he reached back in his class on time. So he delivered, he maintained the pace, right? He joined the last session, he joined this session as well on time. So in Agile, the team mindset is that they are the team of journalists. They don't have a boss. They do themselves. They decide themselves. They organize themselves. They manage themselves. That's why they maintain the pace of delivery. But in other case, when we have a boss, sometimes we don't like bosses, very hard, and he's not trying to understand that it is not possible, but he's pushing them as per plan. That's not your plan, but boss's plan, which was made in the office. But here the team plan here in this office, they plan themselves. Face to face they plan. They change plan as required. As I said, they change plan. If somebody says, okay, Taha, you are working as quality check, you come here and work for the testing. For development. So they change it. The plan changed, right? But here we are very strict to the plan. So because of that plan, the pace of delivery varies. But here we keep maintaining the same delivery because what we plan, we deliver. What we plan, we deliver. Clear, sir? Okay. So move on. Number 9. Number 9 is here, the team in Agile, they hold different meetings without fail. Without fail, they hold different meetings. Every day there is a daily meeting, 24 hours meeting. For 15 minutes, they have a meeting. Every day, 24 hours, they have a daily meeting. In that meeting, they ask one question that, what did we do yesterday? What we will do today? And what is the road blocker or issue for you to finish your job? That's all. These 3 questions. They do every day, 15 minutes. And if there is anything out of these 3 questions, they say, okay, after the meeting, we'll discuss separate. Not in this meeting. This meeting is only for the daily meeting. The agenda of the daily meeting is what? What did you do yesterday? What we will do today? And what is the roadblock? They have daily meeting, they have review meeting, they have another lesson learn meeting. So this practice, this principle make the mindset of the team different mindset of the team. And by following this principle, what happened? They keep improving. It is called continuous improvement process, CIP. Continuous improvement process, continuous attention to technical excellence. Because they want to understand the problem and they want to fix the problem. They say, okay, we have a huge scope, and in one small chunk, we observe this problem. So they sort out that in the next chunk, we will eliminate this problem. And the very next land will do much better. And the next will do much better. Because we did not play here well, we'll play here well. So this is called continuous attention to technical excellence. In Agile, like in your predictive environment, you use a lot of, number 10, lot of presentations, right? Presentation, PPTs, presentations, documentations. Yeah, Taha, please.
Yes, sir. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
How can we describe the principle number 9?
Number 9. Number
Yes.
9 is continuous improvement process, continuous attention for technical excellence. Like you are a designer, okay? So you want to go for a better best practice. Best practice you want to opt for the next project, or for the next any opportunity comes. You'll say, okay, I have learned the lesson that this job can be done in much better way. This design we can execute in much better way, right? You do this
Okay, sir.
at the end of
That,
every project. You do lesson learn meetings, right? But here in Agile, we have multiple meetings, like daily meetings. There is another meeting. We'll go in detail further, but here I'm just giving you small context for you to understand that, because the
that's okay.
mindset. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
okay, sir. What I wanted is the description, basically.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
Number 10, presentations. You have a lot of documentation, right? Jamal Mustafa told me in the beginning, he said, I deal with a lot of documentation. I do many things with his boss, right? But in Agile, they form simple KISS formula. Keep it simple and stupid. Keep it simple and stupid. They don't go for very complicated presentation, very complicated documentation. They are already developing a software which is already complicated. So they don't want to make a complicated reporting system, complicated progress measurement system, complicated communication. They want to make it very simple. Did you notice that? Here is one location, very simple approach, very simple methodology. They are not using any Zoom or high-tech tools and techniques to communicate. They want to speak face to face. They want to stay in one room. They want to listen to each other. They want to make it very easy. They want to save time. You know, when two guys are speaking to each other in one location, there is a background noise. Maybe this guy can hear the voice of this guy. If they are talking to each other, so this guy can hear the voice of these two, right? So this voice is called what? Osmotic communication. Osmotic communication. By hearing the voice of others, you will pick up their problem and you will tell them, oh, okay, listen, don't do this way, do by this way. Without taking time, sitting down, making calls, writing email and presentation, you are just simply giving them solution. The art of maximizing the amount of work, not. Okay. They don't want to do extra work. Simple. Just make it very simple. They don't want to do extra things. They want to do simple minimum viable product. Just keep in mind, minimum viable product approach is we don't do other unnecessary things. We do only the necessary thing. And necessary things can you do only by simple approach. KISS formula means keep it simple and stupid. Keep it simple, stupid. How they keep it simple, stupid? Like I tell, like here is the progress board. On this progress board, this is a whiteboard like this. On this they update the progress with marker, with handwritten updates. They don't use print, very sophisticated prints and PPTs and this and that. They use markers and pens and they highlight that how much work is done and finished. So everybody go back to work. This is called very simple approach. And overall approach you see here is very simple compared to us. Okay. Next, number 10, 11. 11 is the best architecture. The best architecture required and design emerge from self-organizing team. Yani, if the team is self-organizing, I think they feel more freedom. They feel more freedom to decide. But if there is a boss on top of them, what happens? He wants them to follow. That's why I call that I will coach you. I will not do mentoring. I will not do teaching. I will not follow that, because coaching means how much you can absorb, how much time you want to learn, how much time you want to take, how you feel comfortable. But if I say, no, we have to do this and this will be finished too, I don't have time, I cannot do it. So it means I am pushing you to accept what I'm saying. So, but in this structure, the team is self-organizing, self-managing, self-disciplined. They don't have a boss, so they think more effectively, more peacefully. They don't have pressure. They think themselves. And at the end, the lesson learn meeting, when they conduct lesson learn meeting at the end of every sprint, so it means they want to improve. It means they want to achieve excellence. Okay, become more effective. And if they say, okay, this time we did not do this good, we will next time we'll do it better, we'll follow the best practice, we'll do this. So this is all 12 principles drives down from 4 values, and then the whole mindset, get changed. So 4 values, 12 principles in Agile methodology is a big difference, and the cause of difference between the predictive and Agile environment. Any questions? So these are the basics. So that's why I spent time on this. Now let's move on. Tell me, do you want me to finish today or tomorrow? Huh?
How much time will it take more?
How much patience you have? How much patience you have? Tell me.
Very honestly speaking, sir, I want it to be tomorrow.
Okay, fine. No, how much for today? How much more patience you have? Half an hour you have with you? You can stay half an hour more? If you can stay half an hour more, then okay, rest will go tomorrow, okay? And we'll finish it.
I think tomorrow will be better.
Okay. Yeah, Jamal is also tired. Finish. So let's
Yes,
stop
sir,
it
tomorrow
here.
we'll show.
Let's stop it here. At least now the foundation is built. You could understand that what is Agile, and then what we will do tomorrow, we'll go in pace and see how and what we need to learn in our as per exam content. As per
Can-
exam content. Okay?
The 12th one is still balanced, right?
No, it is
12th.
done. The last one I told you, the team reflects on how to become more effective and adjust its behavior accordingly. More effective, learning the lesson. Actually, it is Taha. We don't need to remember even 12. We just need to understand the mindset. Finish. Just mindset. Okay. No need to remember. But these are the
Actually,
12 values. We have decomposed from 4 values, the 12 principles. Actually, this lesson learning and the meetings and continuous improvement process, these are almost three points are the same. Okay.
Okay, for me, actually, it is easy. If I go by the bullet points, then
No
it's
problem.
easy. I don't know about the others, but for me,
No
it's
problem.
easier to
Yeah,
keep
it's
it
okay.
in
So the last thing is also the same. The become more effective. You can become more effective if you do reflection. Okay. Like you do lesson learn meeting. If you conduct now, before starting this session, I talked to you guys and I said, okay, what was wrong, what was right, how could you find yourself? So Amir Hamza explained, he reflected himself. So because the question was scenario based, so I did the mistake and all. That's the reflection. So the Agile team does reflection to improve for the next round, for the next sprint. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So these are the 12 and 4 values, 12 principles, and inshallah tomorrow we have to finish it. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you. Take care. Assalam.
Yes.
Okay.
Assalamualaikum, sir.
Okay. Assalamualaikum.